The game ended evenly, but you had some nice moves. Grabbing the center, a textbook way of starting the game. Named after two 19th century players, the Karo Khan remains a sound opening for players of all levels. Developing the knight, a tricky way of starting the Karo Khan. Continuing the main idea of the Karo Khan, you attack the center with a defended pawn. This is a fair trade. A logical capture. This move prepares for their bishop to join the action. Develops the knight and attacks the center. They bring out their bishop, increasing their control over the center. Your bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. Their bishop moves into the game. It's critical to develop your pieces as early as possible in the game. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. Castling kingside tends to be safer because your king is further from the center. Your opponent develops their queen off its starting square. You missed a better way to develop a knight and attack the center. You get a chance to kick off a pawn storm. Your best move was to kick off a pawn storm. You permitted the opponent to move a queen to a more active position. They've launched a strong pawn advance, aiming to attack your king's position. You're launching a rolling pawn storm toward the opponent's king. Great start. Your opponent maintains the pressure, driving their pawns forward toward your king. With that move, you chase the knight away. Their knight becomes less active on this square. Your best move was to develop further. They are threatening to create a passed pawn. The only move, and you found it. You stopped your opponent from being able to create a passed pawn. They offer a fair trade of pieces. Developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. Their best option was to move a queen to a more active position. That was a fair trade. The game was fairly balanced, but now your opponent's position has worsened. You missed the only move in a critical position. Their move stopped you from being able to tactically win a pawn. You are losing material this way. They missed a chance to win material through a tactic. You permitted the opponent to win material through a fork. They missed a chance to win material through a fork. Your opponent slipped up, but you didn't take advantage of it. You permitted the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a rook. They attacked your rook, gaining time as it must move away. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. You are now able to eventually win a bishop. You had an opportunity to tactically win a bishop. Their better move was to move a bishop to safety. Your better option was to recapture a piece. Their better move was to develop further. Your better option was to connect rooks. You permitted the opponent to force an isolated pawn. This is the only move that works. You are forced to isolate a pawn. You recapture the piece. Their knight is now on a more active square. Your best move was to move a rook to a more active position. You allowed the opponent. They developed their piece, gaining tempo by attacking your queen. There was only one good move, and you found it. You found a safer square for your queen. They are threatening to force eventual checkmate. You prevented your opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. They are threatening to deliver a back rank mate. You prevented your opponent from being able to deliver a back rank mate. You are now able to force weakening the pawn structure around the king. You are threatening to tactically win a queen. This move gives you the opportunity to win their queen. You missed a better way to tactically win a queen. They missed a better way to defend a pawn that was under attack. Not the best move, but not bad either. They moved their king out of the check from your queen. You captured that free pawn. Decent move, but they had a better one. Well done, an excellent move. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst move, but definitely not the best. You trade off equal material. A straightforward recapture. In the endgame, the king can become a fighting piece, activating their king. Your passed pawn is protected and is marching down the board. They put their rook behind their passed pawn, supporting it on the way to promotion. You permitted the opponent to take an outpost with a knight. Their knight now occupies a secure outpost. You allowed the opponent to win material through a fork. Your opponent set up a fork which will win material. Your best move was to move a rook to safety, taking your vulnerable rook. A clear recapture. Their best option was to push a passed pawn. You are now able to create You have a strong protected passed pawn now. They missed a better way to push a passed pawn. Very good choice. Their better move was to push a passed pawn. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They had a better way to push a passed pawn. You are threatening to create a passed pawn. Now you have to isolate a pawn. You recaptured. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more dangerous. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. They missed a better way to push a passed pawn. Clearly, you don't want to leave your rook in danger. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. They are threatening to tactically win a rook. You stopped your opponent from being able to tactically win a rook. Their pawn attacks your rook, kicking it out of its current position. Your best move was to capture the opponent's passed pawn. This is the only good move. Pushing their passed pawn. You've just allowed your rook to be taken without a fight. Capturing your hanging rook. Passed pawns must be pushed. Their pawn reaches the back rank and promotes to a queen. Your pawn made it to the promotion square. You're now able to promote a pawn to a queen. Your pawn now promotes to queen. They made one of the top moves in this position. You dodged the check, moving your king out of harm's way. They played one of the best moves here. You step your king away from the checking queen. I like their choice. You escape the check from the queen. Precise move from your opponent. You dodge the check, moving your king out of harm's way. This seems like a mistake to me.